Hello and welcome to Is It Pure Battlefield 3 Aftermath Scavenger Mode. Good lord, that was a mouthful. Okay, so in Scavenger Mode you can pick any class you want, but you don't actually get access to any of the tools, so you don't have your med pack or your repair tool if you're an engineer or whatever. What you do get access to are the perks, so you can select your perk and you can also select your pistol, and that's basically it. That's all you start the level with. Okay, so the idea is to run around and capture the points. And collect weapons off the floor as you go around to upgrade yourself. Although there is kind of a little bit of a problem. You will notice that standing directly opposite to me is the enemy team. Now, this is quite bad considering there's no cover between us. And what? Welcome to Scavenger Mode, I'm guessing that's what this is. Great. So there's stupid problems like that. You randomly spawn in crazy places. And also when you die, you can actually spawn behind the enemy or like in front of the enemy as they're in a firefight and they just blow you away. It's like, well, thanks for coming, get your coat. It's just terrible. So you can see I've picked up a I don't know what that is. It's like some sort of SMG. It's a level 1 weapon. Now you might be noticing weapons have got ranks. Now as far as I'm aware, if it's got the private rank, so that the lowliest rank, the worst rank possible, then it's an SMG with no attachments. If it's the rank above, then it's generally got a scope, and if it's the rank above that, it's generally got a scope and an attachment. So, you know, maybe an ACOG sight and a laser sight as well. They're generally the best weapons, the most fanciest weapons. However, they don't have much ammo, and the same applies to basically all the weapons that you pick up. So this forces you to keep running around and finding weapons, which is good because this is, you know, that's what the game mode's about, I guess. It adds another dimension to it. You know, you're having to run around the map to find weapons. You can't just sit there with your support guy, with your ammo pack next to you, reloading, because you don't even get that anyway. But that's what you would do in the other modes of Battlefield if you were support. Whereas in this game, everybody is equal. You don't have any of your fancy tools or equipment. As far as I'm aware, the only difference is the model. So if you want to be the Russian engineer guy, then be the Russian engineer guy. I mean, another thing as well is the models are different, so they've actually taken the time to update the models so they look like they've been involved in some sort of earthquake. So they've got cuts and bruises and they've got ragtag equipment and all the rest of that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like that type of stuff, that they've gone to the, you know, the extra level, the extra mile to do a little bit of detail like that. But talking of the detail, the map design is absolutely amazing. I think this is Tajir Market or Tajar Market. It's something like that. But all of the maps, because it's based in and around Iran, where the earthquake took place in the single-player campaign, they've all got the, you know, Arabic style to them. But they're very detailed, very, very detailed. That, by the way, which I've just picked up, is I think that's the highest level of weapon you can get. So I've got a laser sight and I've got a scope. It's still an SMG, but it's totally pimped out, so it's quite powerful. A bit better than, you know, the guys spawning with a little pistol. You can absolutely blow them away. But that's the point of it. But you'll notice that I've only got 2 clips of ammunition and then I've got nothing. So it's going to force me to find another weapon again. But going back onto the map design, it is very good. There's 4 maps available, and all of them, even though they're in the same type of setting, are quite different. So you've got city maps and stuff like that. It is quite good. But the question is this Battlefield 3? Now, you would associate Battlefield 3 with massive combat. So we're talking Conquest Large, we're talking aircraft, we're talking tanks, loads of infantry. Aftermath Scavenger Mode is not that. This is way more intimate. This, dare I say it, would be more in line with the Call of Duty experience. But does that make it bad? Well, not really in my opinion, because this adds another element to the gameplay. Now, I know close quarters was small scale combat. You know, so you've got your, well, it was if the map was restricted to small squad numbers, it could get ridiculous. And teams were massive. But it was still, you know, the maps wasn't that large. It was close quarters, as the name suggests. So you're close shooting each other in the face. Aftermath Scavenger Mode is very much the same type of feel. However, the twist is obviously you need to find weapons. You don't get given any weapons to begin with. Which is, it's such a simple thing, but really it adds quite a lot to the gameplay. Now the server I'm playing on at the moment only has 150 tickets, so the round does end pretty fast, but it never felt like that. This is the thing, it really felt like I was having to do something at all times. You know, I need to find a weapon, I need to, you know, get ammo for my weapon, which would obviously be just finding another weapon. I need to capture the points, where are my team? And you get given these decisions to make all the time. Do you run for that shiny weapon That's the super high level. It's got a scope, it's got a laser sight and all that fancy stuff attached to it. Or do you wait for somebody to try and take that weapon and then kill them? Use the weapon as bait. There's quite a few interesting little gameplay elements that start showing up, and I honestly think that this is quite good, and I really had a good time with this. I played it for hours and hours yesterday. I mean, I only wanted to play it for a few hours, but I think I played it for about 4 hours, maybe. Madness. But I think, in answer to the question, is it pure? It is. It most definitely is for what it is. But then that's kind of the problem, because this is Battlefield 3. Do you really want a small squad-based game mode? Or do you want tanks and jets where you can just blow the crap out of everybody? I don't know. I mean, it's going to come down to personal preference, but I did enjoy this. It's a different take on the whole Battlefield 3 experience. I know it's similar to Close Quarters, but with the addition of the weapons that you need to loot, and the map design is way better than Close Quarters. It really adds to it. But why there is a crossbow, I will never know. Make sure you subscribe, people. Follow me on Twitter, that's @UnitLostGaming, and I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo.